Welcome to Davy's Take. Today we are talking about A Quiet Place Day 1, the prequel to A Quiet Place. So A Quiet Place Day 1 is exactly what I just said. It is a prequel to the film series A Quiet Place. It is the first day of the alien invasion. The only difference this time is John Krasinski is not directing this film. He directed the first two, and I was so excited because I do like the first two films a lot. And it is a universe that can be expanded. And the idea to have a film about the first day this invasion started in the middle of New York City sounds like it'd be a lot of fun. Before I get into the movie, I gotta say there's been a lot of weird marketing around this film. Like, there's so many ads I've been getting, and these ads are like funny. You would think for a horror movie, a movie that's supposed to be intense, these ads aren't supposed to have that type of tone. I get that they're trying to hit this social media demographic, but the ads just gave this weird sign that this film might not be good. I don't know, the marketing campaign for this film just felt a little off. And that's what this film feels like. It just feels a little off. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's terrible. It's just okay. And it's just not nearly as good as the first two films. The best part about the film is Lupita Nyong'o. And that probably comes as no surprise because she is such a great actress. But her character's dealing with some shit. And you really buy where her character's at. And some of the things that she has to do throughout the film. And like I said, she's probably the best part. I also really like Joseph Quinn. I haven't seen him in anything since Stranger Things. And I thought he was great in Stranger Things. He's also great here. And I can't lie. It's fun to be back in this universe. There are some sequences that are white knuckle, that are really suspenseful and extremely well done. Michael Sarnowski directed this film, and he also directed Pig, which was one of my favorite films that year. It would have made my top 10, but I saw it after the fact because I am a fraud. There are a couple good sequences here with the camera work that I thought were really effective, and they take advantage of the situation, which is New York City during A Quiet Place. So there are a lot of fun things they can do with this premise, and I think there are a couple times that they really pull it off. But unfortunately, I just feel like there are a lot of parts of this film that do feel like wasted potential. Like, this film just felt really repetitive. It just felt like a lot of copy and paste sequences that we've seen from this film and then the previous two films. Like, most of the sequences here are characters hiding out somewhere trying to be as quiet as possible, and then there's a jump scare, but it's in just different locations. There's nothing really that spices it up. There's nothing that really keeps the movie going, and the movie overall does feel like a drag. And by the end of the film, I think there are some character motivations that are fleshed out that are really great. The whole objective of the movie is really touching, but I do have to say it felt like it took a while to get to that point. Like, it almost felt like for the first 2/3 of the movie, we're kind of like, where are we going? I know the simple objective is to survive, but it felt like the first movie had more going for it. The second movie had a clear objective too. And with A Quiet Place Day 1, there is an objective that is fleshed out by the end of the movie, but most of the movie you're kind of like, what are we doing? And like I was saying before about sequences feeling somewhat recycled from this film and previous films, it's a bummer because with the premise being in the middle of New York City where people have no idea what's going on, there's a lot of things you can do, and it just feels like they didn't really take too much advantage of it. Like, overall, the film just didn't feel that creative, which is a bummer because we have such a good filmmaker that made a film that is so unique like Pig. I don't know, like I said before, the film kind of felt like a drag, a little bit of wasted potential, and nothing too creative going on. But overall, the performances were really great. There are some sequences that are a lot of fun, and it was fun being back in this universe of A Quiet Place. So I do think if you really enjoyed the first two films, you will like A Quiet Place Day 1. I just don't think you'll like it nearly as much as the first two. I thought the film was okay. I didn't think it was terrible. I just was a little disappointed considering how much I love the first two films. I'm going to give A Quiet Place Day 1 6.5 Davey Daves. I'm curious to see how this will do at the box office this weekend because Inside Out 2 is absolutely crushing it. So that would be crazy if Inside Out 2 goes 3 summer weekends in a row at number 1 and this doesn't dismantle it. So, A Quiet Place Day 1. Let me know what you guys thought of it once you've seen it. I'm curious to hear. And thank you so much for watching. Click here to see more of Dave's Takes.